Hello everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Dizzy Plays Titan Souls. So, in the first episode of this series, we essentially covered the first four bosses of the game, which all took place in the first area, and that's where we just came from this little elevator here. So yeah, we're in the next area, which looks massive. I think this might be the hub world of the game, rather than the next area. I don't think it kind of works as like you go from one area to the next in a very linear fashion. This kind of looks sort of like the main world hub of the game. I guess this connects you to the rest of the game. But yeah, speaking of the first episode, I just want to bring something up. I don't know how this happened. I guess because I had prior knowledge of the, the first four bosses. I had played that first area of the game beforehand. But I did not die once in that first episode. How the bloody hell did that happen? I have no idea. That was just pure luck on my part. There was no skill involved whatsoever. I guess, like I said, I did have prior knowledge. Past this point, though, I've never set foot in this place before. I do not know what the other bosses are like, how to defeat them, the different puzzles on how to do them. Like, I don't even know where to go from this point, because this area is so big. I'm kind of overwhelmed, but let's see what's up here. So yeah, like, I just want to kind of tell you, like, the rest of this series, it's not going to go so well in terms of, like, staying alive. I'm going to die a hell of a lot because I have no idea how to defeat these next bosses. So kind of just get used to me dying over and over again until we kind of figure out how to go, proceed in this game. So this is really interesting. I've never seen this before. From what I can deduce here, this kind of looks like the final door of the game. It's like the first thing I kind of really set foot upon here. The reason I say that is because only one of these 8 sort of little nodes on the door is lit up, and it must be obvious that that's the first area of the game complete. Like that little area we did in the first episode, that's why that's lit up, and the other 7 aren't. So that instantly tells us, just from like the the general lore of the game, this giant door is only going to open when all 8 areas of this game are complete. That's really well done, in my opinion. So you can instantly see there must be 7 other areas of this game. That's that might not be true. I'm just kind of theorizing here, but yeah, I'm really excited now. So there must be a lot of different sort of themed areas. I wonder what kind of themes there are. So yeah, essentially working from the first episode, I'm completely blind here. So I have absolutely no idea where to go. I'm kind of just gonna sort of have a little exploration, see what else there is. And just, see where it takes us. So whichever first area we get to, that's what we'll do first. I don't want to have I don't really want to have this kind of scripted and sort of like, we'll do this and we'll do this. We'll kind of just, wherever we end up, we'll end up. So yeah, speaking of, like when I was saying I didn't die in the first game, I really wanted to sort of describe the mechanics, like the dying mechanics of this game, essentially. We're back here. I don't know where the hell we'll go. We'll find somewhere eventually. But yeah, essentially with this game, when you die, when you get hit once, that's you like KO'd for good, essentially. Which a lot of people might think is like a little kind of like unfair sort of like mechanics in this game. Like you don't really have a chance because you die once. But in my opinion, essentially it's very fair because the bosses die in one hit as well. When you think about it. Here's a little save point here, by the way. So whenever we die, we're going to end up here. So we're going to have to recover our bearings. Now right here we've got like 3 different paths. I don't really know where to go. I guess I'll just take the left. If you're in a maze, you always take the left path first. So, you know what I'm getting some vibes here. This reminds me of Lost Woods from Zelda. Like, you're in a forest. You're like these little circular areas. There's multiple paths. There's obviously music involved as well. This really reminds me of Lost Woods. Maybe this is a homage to it. Because I have a feeling, like, when I enter one of these doors, I'm going to end up in the beginning. Maybe. Because, as you can see here, every time you enter a new area, like, it takes you somewhere else, and I don't know where the hell to go. It's very reminiscent. There you go! My theory was correct. Absolutely correct. Yep. This is absolutely Lost Woods. Because I am right at the beginning again. Oh my god, this drove me insane. By the way, I just want to say I'm a really huge Zelda fan, and this is a game that pays a lot of has a lot of comparisons, pays a lot of homages to Zelda. In the first area, here we are again. This is going to happen a lot. In the first area, this is just trial and error, by the way. Yeah, in the first area, I used my arrow to like hit a switch to open a door, and one of the doors had like a sort of like a little eye icon on, like as if it was alive. I wanted to kind of bring that up. This game has a lot of different sort of homages to Zelda. Like that was very similar, like using your arrows to essentially unlock doors and stuff like that. And the mechanics kind of work the same way as like Link to the Past. And it's also like a-directional kind of in the same way as that. I'm getting nowhere here, by the way. I have no idea how to proceed here. I'm just going to keep doing it until I get somewhere else. And if we don't, I'll kind of just move on to another area. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be going so well. I remember the first time I played, I think it was Ocarina of Time was my first big Zelda game. And when I played that, I didn't realize that the music was the key mechanic in order to get through the forests in the first time I played it. So, oh, you know what it is? Yeah, we're not getting anywhere here. I'm gonna return here again in the future and see if I can figure it out. Because I don't want to have the second episode be just me just being there for 20 minutes lost. I know that's exactly what's gonna happen. Yeah, we'll return to that area later in the game. Just want to figure it out. But that's just straight out of Zelda. I'm not like saying it's ripping off Zelda in any way, although it is very similar. I just kind of like that kind of concept of you have to keep... Oh no, that's the main door, isn't it? You have to keep going, like kind of like a trial and error sort of thing until you get through. But it can be very frustrating just to kind of work your way and try and, like kind of work the correct way to get through. I remember that being really frustrating in Zelda. But I like how they've done that in this game too. Yeah, I have no idea where to go. This area is so big. I think oh, here's some steps here. This will lead us to a new area. Once again, I really want to note just on the architecture of the place, like the area, and the pixel art's done so well here. Because as you can see, like the waterfalls and like the bridges, like you cover like walking over them, and like everything is scaled so big. Like nothing's small in this world besides you. You're the only small thing here, but everything else is just gigantic. And it's also like mysterious and enigmatic, like who built all these structures and... Oh my god, is this a boss? Are we heading into a boss? Or is this just I think we're heading into the next area. I'm not exactly sure where we're heading right now, because I've never been here before. Oh. This looks like a sort of snowy area, as far as what I can tell there. So let's go for it and see. Yes, indeed. So yeah, this is a... very snow sort of themed area, and as you can see, like as we walk through, there's like little footprints, and as we roll, there's like little indentations in the snow. I kind of like that. So it seems like this game is kind of basically going to be themed differently in each area, which and I'm guessing, at least I'm hoping that the bosses are themed the same way as well. I'm guessing we're going to get a few snow bosses. Maybe there's like a snowman or like stuff like that. I'm not really sure, but. So here's our save point, we've just gone over here. So next time we die, we're essentially going to spawn here. And also, I don't know how the save system works, but I think every time we hit a new area, like in that forest area we hit one of these, I'm guessing that's not like activated anymore. I'm guessing like this is the activated one right now. Whenever we die, we're going to go like straight here. I guess it just works in different areas, but we'll see. So the first thing I note, in the first area there was 4 little circles, but here there's only 3. So instantly that says, okay, so there's only 3 bosses in this area. So now we know that. So I don't exactly know what the bosses are, but we'll see. I guess this is the first boss here. Oh god, I'm terrified. I don't know what the hell this boss is going to be. I'm so nervous. What do we have? Oh, he's kind of like a Yeti kind of guy. So we have to initialize this boss battle. I don't know. This is going to be terrifying. I don't know this guy's attack patterns. We'll see how long we can survive. Whoa! Okay, right off the... What? Jesus Christ, this guy's quick. Right, I have to basically keep on the move and sort of dodge this guy. Let's get our arrow back first. So he's going to throw snowballs at us and then roll towards us. And every time he hits the ground, it's going to send those like icicles down, and they're kind of going to block our path. Let's see if we can hit him and see if that does anything. Oh god, no, that didn't do anything. I don't know if I hit him there. Right, I'm gonna have to kind of analyze this guy. Instantly I can see he has, like, his weak point has to be his butt, right? Like, it's the only thing, like, it's like giant pink, that has to be his weak point there. We'll have to sort of pinpoint it like so that he's facing behind us. Ooh, God. Okay, I think that hit us, but it didn't kill us. It kind of like did a little bit of a knockback effect. Here we go. Oh no, we don't have an arrow. Damn it. I thought we had our arrow there. I forgot that we actually loosed it. That was our first death. First death of many. Okay. Let's go back to that guy now that we know where he is. Okay, so yeah. Yeti guy, kind of similar to like Abominable Snowman kind of guy. Kind of reminds me of the guy from Monsters Inc. You know, welcome to the Himalayas kind of guy. Yeah, it really reminds me of that guy. I don't know. I'm guessing it's a one-hit kill from this guy, just like the other guys. I kind of have to time it so that he's facing. Oh God, that's another death. Yeah, this is going to be a very overarching theme of this series. Yeah, there is no other way this guy has any other weak points but his butt. It has to be his butt. It has to be. Be damned if it's not. Yeah, so we have to kind of find our window of opportunity for this guy so he's facing away from his. Wow, that we completely whiffed on that guy. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot it there. I want to get my arrow back. Oh, damn it. Yeah, alright. I'm going to be dying a lot here. Right, let's take our time with this, though. Let's kind of work out his attack patterns, see if we can work our way, you know, across them, see if we can dodge them all. The more we survive, the more we can kind of work them out and find that window of opportunity. So yeah, I want to kind of note the death system a little bit. I don't know if I've already mentioned it. Can we get me yet? Nope. Yeah, I kind of want to mention the death system. Basically, every time we get hit, we're going to die instantly. That's a one-hit KO, right? Which can be considered unfair, but here's the thing. The bosses are designed the exact same way. When you... Oh, damn it. When you hit them in their weak spot, they die instantly too. They die in one hit. But, of course, you have to unlock that weak spot. But every time you hit them, they're going to die instantly. Just like you. Therefore, it's a little fairer than other games where, like, you know, you kind of have to whittle down like a health bar with most bosses. Like these bosses don't actually have a health bar. They kind of just, you know, you just hit them until they die. But I don't know how to. This is going to be really difficult. I don't know how to have him like facing away from me so I can get his weak point. Ah, damn it. That's the thing, that's the general theme with most of these bosses is you can't keep still. You have to always be on the move. But in order to aim your arrow, you have to keep still. So, it's really difficult to get that window of opportunity. I think eventually when he has a kind of set pattern of how he attacks, eventually he'll freeze, and I think that's our window of opportunity. Because as you can see there, the moment he stops attacking, he looks straight towards us. Ah, damn it. He's so quick. Stop throwing snowballs at me, I'm dead. God damn it. But yeah. Yeah. So, essentially, yeah, that's how it's going to work. We'll kind of just have to keep going and going until we do it. But eventually we'll figure it out. If it keeps going for too long, and like if I keep dying and dying, I'll go to another boss so it's not too boring. Right. So throw snowballs and then rolls. But he's facing towards us, so we can't hit his weak spot. Facing towards us. Can we go here? Nope, facing towards us. But he kind of freezes there. Do you see me? He sort of freezes for a second. Maybe we can use that window of opportunity to get there. He rolls. He's facing towards us again. I don't know how to figure this out. I'll get it eventually. No, he's always facing towards us. I'll keep an eye on him. No, too close. He's facing away there. I don't know. It's really confusing. Let's try and go for another boss here. So I'll figure that out off screen. So I don't have to do that for like half an hour. That might get a little boring. But yeah, that guy's really tough. You see, instantly the difficulty level of this game has just risen. Like I don't know how to defeat that guy. Oh, so that takes us back to the main area. I forgot about that. Okay. So let's go to the right here. Let's see where this takes us. Nope, it takes us nowhere. Let's go back up. Right. I'm kind of curious. You see those torches? I'm wondering if you can shoot through them and like kind of imbue your arrow with fire again. Can you? No, I don't think so. Like you could, you know, with the bosses. Oh no! Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can actually, because I just saw there it was actually a light. Can you light these other torches? Ugh, if I can aim. Yeah, I'm curious because that's kind of how Zelda used to work. You know, with unlit torches, you have to like light them by lighting up your arrow by shooting through. Let's go for a straight run over the diagonal. You have to shoot through a torch in order to light other torches. Yeah, there you go. So we just lit up that torch. Does that unlock something if we do that? Let's see. Let's light up all these torches. Yeah, that's kind of what Zelda did. I think after unlocked it like different like areas of the dungeon. Wow, did you see that? The arrow's actually stuck in, like, I didn't realize that there's some items that the arrow can get stuck in. You have to actually charge in order to get them out. Like they're stuck, you know, when you defeat a boss and they're stuck in? You kind of have to charge it like that. That's really interesting. Let's see if we can get all these torches lit. I don't know what this will do, if it'll lock a new area of the game, but you can see it leads somewhere. See, it's like kind of leading us somewhere here. This is really exciting, actually. I don't know where this is going to take us. Is there another one down here? Yep. Right. Oh, I can see on the right there. Oh, right, okay. I can see where this is leading now. So yeah, that door there, like the little opening in the cave, like the rock wall there, it's covered in ice. So obviously, I'm guessing we have to shoot an arrow, like a fire arrow at it by lighting up all these torches. Yeah, right. So there's another boss unlocked. Let's see what this one's like. Hopefully this one's a little easier. And I can kind of figure out how to defeat him. Oh my god. This is water-based. Holy shit. You see that underneath the water? Oh my, that is so ominous. Yeah, that's the boss right there. It's kind of look like a kind of onyx-looking creature, but like you can see his silhouette at the bottom. That's so disturbing. That's really awesome looking as well. Right. Do you have to hit this with an arrow? Yep. Okay, he's pissed. We destroyed his jewel or something. He's really pissed now. Okay. Alright. Yep, this guy's pissed. You can, I can see his kind of like attack pattern. It kind of works a little like Moldorm from Legend of Zelda. He kind of wiggles in a sort of like pattern of his own. You can see that. It doesn't have really a set sort of pattern. He just kind of goes where he wants. Let's figure out what his weak point is. I'm guessing it's his tail, because that's kind of the only thing that isn't colored like the rest of him. Whoa, whoa! Okay, so he electrifies the water there. So basically, when he does that attack, you cannot be in the water. I understand. Right. Do we have to light these torches up again, or is that ice gone? Alright, the ice is gone. That's good. If we had to like light all the torches again, that would be a little tedious. Okay, this boss is so cool. You see, this is different from all the other bosses of the game. There's no other boss we've encountered like this. It's so different. So you can see the developers have really sort of done a good job to differentiate all these bosses and give you a new experience every single time. Right, we have to kind of time our attack here. Let's see if we can aim for his tail here. Right. He was in the way, so we couldn't. We have to kind of move. Also, he took out the ice. You see the platforms are made of ice. If he lands on them, they're gone. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. Oh, we have to... Oh, get on the platform. Oh, damn it. Fried. Damn it. Yeah, this is another tough one. I know what to do, though. I know exactly what to hit him. At least I think I do. I don't want to be a bit too optimistic here. Okie dokie. Yeah, I like how well themed these bosses are. Like they're themed just like the levels. Like these structures are made of ice here, and like every time he breaks into them, they're basically gone. Which I don't like. We kind of have to make sure he doesn't land in them. We have to make sure he lands just into water. So let's kind of time this well. Come on! Right. So when his tail, like basically when he goes back into the water, when his tail's descending back into the water, we have to make sure that, can we get him here? Yes! That was such good timing. Wow, right. Yep, that's him done. Okay, so that, yeah, essentially what I did was time it so that when his tail's going back into the water, it's kind of there for a second. So you can kind of get back onto a platform, because you can't really aim with the arrow when you're in the water. You have to get back onto a platform and then take your time to aim. And also when he's going into the water, he's not attacking you. So he's kind of, you know, you're free to roam around and get to a good spot to actually aim and go for that tail of it. So That went really well. I'm very happy that actually went down well. So that is the first boss of this area done. This area is complete, like this little area here. Also, I like that in most games, when you're in an ice-based world, when you're actually walking on ice, if you let go of the controls, you slide. And that is usually, sometimes it's frustrating. I'm kind of not a big fan of like ice-based levels because of that fact, especially if it's a platformer, which this game isn't. Oh, look at that. That you see, that's the first time I've seen that little icon light up. So this also denotes where the bosses are in comparison to like where the world is. Because to the right of us is where we defeated that like serpent sort of creature, and that's where that like little circle lighted up. So there's a boss to the north of us, which we know there's that Yeti, and there's another one to the left of us. So let's see if we can get to the left side, basically. How do we get to him? Can we light up that torch? There we go. I don't know what we can do from here. So we know that Yeti is up here, but where else can we go? So the Yeti is here. So these stairs also lead up somewhere else. And as we can see, there's torches leading up, so we'll have to light these up. Let's do that. There's another thing I really want to note as well. I like the mechanic of rolling, where you can't actually roll upstairs. It actually blocks you, like that. You can't actually roll upstairs. So I'm wondering if there's a boss where it's designed so that, like the boss area is, like, full of stairs, and you essentially have to work so that you do... I can't really get my words out here, so... When you roll, like, obviously, it's going to block you. So if you're fighting a boss and you have to move around and dodge really quickly, if there's stairs in the way, it's really going to hinder your progress in terms of, like, dodging attacks. I wonder if they're going to do that. I'm a little stumped here. How do we get this torch lit up? Because it's kind of... There's no torches in the direct path of it. Like, I can't really aim this arrow there because it's going to hit that wall. Huh. Let's go up here and see what we can see up here. And also with the roll mechanic, you can't roll upstairs, but you can roll down, and it'll keep rolling until you get to the bottom, like that, which I find really interesting. It's just it's little tiny mechanics like that I really appreciate in games. So let's see what's up here. This must be the boss that's themed after the world. Yeah, it has to be. Right. Can we initiate this boss? Yes, we can. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, so we're fighting this guy now. This is basically the boss of the area. Let's see how this guy works. So he's going to send up little towers. And every tower is going to send like a little beam. It's going to sort of... do those kill us? Yes, they do. Alright. I intentionally walked into them. That wasn't, you know, that was on purpose. Just to see if they did kill us. So now we know to avoid them. Yeah. That's what I kind of do when I encounter new bosses or new enemies. I see what essentially kills me first, or like what does damage first, so I know what to avoid. So what I know with this boss, it works very much the same way as the first themed boss of the first area. You have to always be on the move, because if you aren't, those towers are going to come up and sort of hit you, like, and kill you straight away. So I'm guessing, do you have to hit him in his eye? Because those are the kind of glowy things. No. Let's have a look. You can't stay in the same place for too long. Ah, damn, I didn't mean to walk into that. So, you know what it is? I'm actually going to save this guy for last. Because it's kind of more... It's more fitting if we leave the boss that's themed after the area as like the last boss. It's for me, it's way more fitting. So I'll kind of defeat this guy first, and then we'll go up to that guy. Let's see if we can... I know how to defeat this guy. I just need to figure out how to get him facing away from me. Yeah. Ooh, damn it. This guy's so tough. He's so much tougher than the serpent guy. At least with the serpent guy, it was really easy to sort of time the attack in order to kill him. But for this guy, it's like really, really quick. You have to like constantly be on the move. Right. Attempt number... I don't know, it's like 7? Oh, God. Hopefully he doesn't take too many. Right. Oh, damn. He turns way too quickly. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. It's frustrating when you... Yeah. Sorry, it's frustrating when you know what to do, but you can't pull it off. Right. So, snowballs, and then he rolls at us, lands on the ground, rolls. Let's see if we can work out a pattern here. Is he going to roll 3 times? And then he breaks, and then he throws the snowballs. Okay. I think I know how to do this now. Alright. That's 1. That's 2. 3rd time. Let's see if we can time our attack here. Come on. Nah, he's facing towards us. Right. Does he freeze, though? If he freezes, then we can have some time to actually, like, walk, like, kind of circle around him. This is so difficult. Ah, damn it. I am determined to do this. I'm not going to stop this episode until I do this. No matter how long it takes. At least the boss is not too far away from the save point, so we don't have to like travel like a minute in order to get to this boss. So it doesn't become too tedious. We kind of just start it up right away. I kind of like that. So yeah, the snowballs, they don't. Oh god. The snowballs don't kill you, but they kind of give you a knockback, kind of disorientates you because it kind of like makes you lose your bearings. So essentially getting hit by the snowballs, not the worst thing in the world, but it's best to avoid anything at this point. Although I wonder if we can use the snowballs against them. Maybe we can like reflect them in some way. I'll see. Maybe not. Oh wow, they actually did kill us. Huh. Okay, so that's interesting. So it's not a one-hit KO, but like if it hits you multiple times, then it does kill you. So I guess you're not like a one-hit kill kind of guy. Maybe it does take a couple times with certain attacks. Huh, so it does give you a little bit of an opportunity to dodge attacks. Although that roll is like deadly as fuck. That's gonna instantly kill you. Oh, he was facing away from us a little bit there. Yes! Oh, yes, we finally got him. Right. I kind of sussed out how that worked there. Let's retrieve the arrow here. So what I did was, every time he rolls, every time he jumps up, he's going to essentially land and face you where you're standing. But if it's hard to explain, but if he jumps, you can kind of circle around him and then aim where he lands, because he's going to be facing where you originally were. You kind of have to kite around him and then face behind him and attack him. It's really hard to sort of time that attack, but it did work in the end. Hey guys, sorry I had to do a bit of a cut there. Essentially, I attempted to go to the the final boss, which we saw a little bit of previously in the video, and proceeded to get my ass kicked for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes straight. Yep. He's a toughie. I'm definitely going to have to kind of practice him off screen, because a lot of that battle was me just being quiet, trying to concentrate, dying over and over again. It wasn't that, fun to watch. So I will basically cap the episode here, and next time in episode 3 we'll essentially start that guy off, and I'll know a little bit more about how to defeat him, just to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. So yeah, sorry for the cut, but I guess we will wrap it up there. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like in the comment section down below. It means a hell of a lot to me. And if you want to see more videos in the future, please feel free to subscribe. That is me. I am out, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.